Alright. What's up, guys? I feel like such a gamer right now with my Turtle Beach headset. What's up, guys? Sorry about last week. I was really busy. What's up, Vicious, Tiny Fly, Elliot, Mania, Jasper, Tommy, Reaper, Fat Kid, what up? That is my first. First of all, is my audio alright? You guys hear me okay? Is it too loud, too soft? Chris, that sucks, dude. The lady, she's taking a shower. She'll be in here in a minute. Alright, awesome. What up, Loopy Fruit? Yeah, that sucks. I had on the prototype motors. I've been flying all this time, and I don't know if you guys saw my pipes video where I was flying around all the red pipes, but I actually had a bearing go out mid-flight, and but I mean those things have been through hell. I actually haven't crashed one on a crash, or I haven't killed one on a crash yet. There's been a couple of questions about that. That's my first. I guess my first arcade machine that I've ever built. It was my first time doing any woodwork whatsoever, so I decided to do a what they call a bar top cabinet, and I themed it. It's all Mario themed, and as you can see here, I've got the graphics for the Rick and Morty thing, and here is the. This is what's going to be in the as the marquee. It's going to be pretty awesome. I don't know if you can see it, but it's going to be epic on the big one. Why won't my Phantom 4 do flips? I don't think it's made to. This one, I'm going to answer some of the arcade questions first. This one is actually a Raspberry Pi, and it does run MAME as well as many others. But my actual full-size arcade cabinet for Rick and Morty actually runs Hyperspin on an actual computer. So, hey, is my video quality crap or what? Why is my video quality crap? Hang on a second. I don't know. Can I set that? Hold on a second. Quality may be reduced. Hang on, I'm trying to fix something. Oh, it is. Hold on a second. My live stream was set to output at 240p for some reason. I think I fixed that. Let's see. Oh man. How pissed would you guys get if I had to restart this? I may restart it because I'm stuck at 240p, which kind of blows. Pickle Rick. Yeah, it won't let me change it while it's broadcasting. We're gonna have to restart it. Sorry, guys. All right. There we go. Dang, got some high def going on. I guess it doesn't kill you. Okay, it doesn't kill the whole thing, I guess. All right, cool. Sweet. No HD, turn it off. I know, you don't want to see me in HD, do you? No, it's not really a new haircut. My hair was like super long and I had to get it cut because it was getting annoying. Can we get a fat shock filter? What's up, Iridium? How you doing? Iridium? Is that how you say it? I do know Brandon Schooley. Yeah. I did. Yeah, I dated his wife's sister. That's true. I might go to Muncie. I don't know yet. I'm still trying to think about it. I'm at Munchies. Where are you? This one took me about a month to make. Um, the big cabinet, just because I'm using my friend's huge woodworking shop, I've been kind of going on his schedule. It's been ongoing for 6 months. In fact, it took 3 months to get this all this stuff done. It just came in the mail like yesterday or the day before yesterday, so I'm going to be finishing up the big cabinet next week, and I did a whole vlog on it. It's going to be awesome. Thanks. All right, so what are you guys flying these days? What's going on? Tell me about it. Jose, big shout out to the Costa Rica pilots. Pyrotaz, what's up, man? How you doing? How's Germany? Is it getting cold yet? No, Fataba's awesome, dude. Yeah, I'm flying Fataba now. Freaking love it. Dude, I've got working on a new frame. That thing is crazy. I did a couple flights on it today, and I've only posted it on my Facebook. I might make an Instagram post later. That thing is just crazy. What's up, Argentina? Or dude from Argentina? I'm flying the Futaba 18SZ, the 18 channel one, because I use it on my airplanes too. Yeah, I'm actually coming out with some upgrades to the dark matter frame, by the way. I'm actually gonna make a longer top and bottom plate, I think, to make it so you can run it with a battery on top if you want as well. The live stream momentarily went down because I accidentally started it at 240p, which apparently is the default for the live stream. I don't know why. So the new frame's gonna have I'm doing some new things with it that nobody else has done before. So I'm always having to like do that. A lot of I did chamfered edges and that seemed to kind of catch on. Did vinyl stickers and that seemed to really catch on. Other people are doing it now, so I have to think of the next best thing. So not saying that I invented all that stuff. I'm just saying that it got popular right as I came out with those things. So I don't do any long range stuff anymore. I used to use the 433 megahertz UHF module for Tyrannus, but I hear good things about Crossfire. Come here. They want to say hey. She's got a Rick and Morty shirt. I've been wondering what happened to my Rick and Morty shirt. But
I've been stealing all.
No, that's not Rick and Morty. That's Adventure Time.
Is this on? Can I play it?
You can play it, but you got to read questions for me.
Oh.
It's too hard for me to. Yeah, bring a stool in here if you want. You have a broken screw on your motor. You mean like the cap? You mean the top of the screw broke off and there's just the shaft left, or what? I'm not dyslexic. I don't know why that would even be relevant. I'm not reading anything, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Futaba is amazing, dude. I love it.
How do you feel about Banggood ripping off your shirt? Or your shit?
That would be funny if they ripped off my shirt. Banggood rips off everything. I don't know how I feel about it.
Hey, Guillermo.
As soon as I got on, everyone was like, "Where's your girlfriend?
Oh.
We don't want to see any." They don't want to see me. They wanted to see you in high def. Yeah, that.
High def.
I accidentally started the stream earlier at 240p, and it was like stuck. It wouldn't let me change it, so I had to like restart the stream. This. What was the question? This is Raspberry Pi. This one right here. What's up, Jesse Simmons? She's easier on the eyes. Is it my scruff that makes me harder to?
Psycho FPV wants to know when the new frame's coming out. Psycho?
I don't. You gotta say it louder.
Okay. The Big Block 81 wants to know: do you loosen your gimbals or leave them tight? Do you like it tight?
I actually loosened the gimbals a lot, and I got carried away with it because of how smooth they were, and I made them super loose, and I actually kind of sucked because I was like, oh god, now it registers like everything, and I actually tightened them probably more to how they come.
All right.
What's up, Biggin?
Artemis Prime. Which Futaba radio are you?
18SZ, the 18 channel, touchscreen. Where is it?
Outside.
Will you go get it?
Antisocial Studios wants to know why your room's so clean.
This is not clean. You can't see the floor. I threw everything that was on the bed on the floor because this isn't really my room either. I guess it was at one point, but.
Yeah.
What was the first beat I used in my recent rate tips video? I need to put that in the description. Here it is. Look, she delivered it to us.
Reaper X FPV, thanks.
Yeah, this is a freaking amazing radio. I use it with my airplanes too. Freaking awesome.
Okay, Kenny wants to know, what do you think are the best value and quality batteries for 210 quads?
The best value? I don't know. I've always liked. I fly Lumineers batteries, but in terms of cost effective, I don't really know. I fly Pulse batteries too. I don't know if they really want me to say that or not, but I fly them in my airplane too. But I don't really know. I don't have a good answer for that. I apologize.
Chris Simpson wants to know: are you flying a 3-inch in your latest video?
The what?
Your latest vid that you posted. He wants to know if you were flying a 3-inch quad.
No, I wasn't. I haven't done anything on the 3-inch yet. I'm kind of saving that.
Beetle? Ford or Chevy?
The what?
Ford or Chevy?
Ford.
Chris Percival wants to know, what's up, Skitzo and Autumn? Hi! Which Futaba receivers are you using on your mini quads?
Oh god. What are they called? The 2011 SB or something like that? 2000, I don't know. It's a 2000 something SB. It's their only S-bus receiver, and they're pretty big. But I've been talking to them, and they're making a smaller one. So smaller receivers are coming. It's not that big. It's like it's similar to the D4R in size, or X4R.
Josu Torres wants to know, did it suck changing your TX on all your quads
Yes.
with the new radio?
I'm still not done, actually. I only did it on one of my airplanes so far. I did all my quads in one airplane. So, dude, I feel so cool. And did I look official in this, like a pro gamer?
But you're not talking to anybody through that, are you?
We've got a bogey, 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock.
You are such a nerd. Somebody help me.
All right, whatever.
Chris Fuller wants to know, any new ventures?
New ventures? Is that adventure? Is that what that's short for?
Ventures, like any new things that you're branching off to.
I branched to airplanes a little bit.
Yeah.
I've got a killer airplane. I don't know if any of you guys saw my zombie apocalypse airplane, but my large, huge airplane, I did a custom vinyl scheme for it that makes it all like post-apocalyptic, and it was pretty epic. But I only posted it on my Facebook, I think.
No, you posted it on your
I didn't
Instagram.
post it on YouTube, though, so I don't know how many of the guys in here hang out on my Facebook.
Well, if they follow you on Instagram, they'll know.
Okay, a lot of people have seen it. Never mind.
Yeah.
That isn't an Oh, sorry. That isn't an arcade. That isn't an arcade game per se. It's a main machine, so it plays all the games.
Slide by FPV says, "What do you think the next game-changing thing will be with quads?" Thanks.
The next gaming-changing thing I think will be flight controllers and speed controllers. They're like really starting to ramp up what they can do. And working with Race Flight on a lot of things, I'm starting to see a lot of the cool new things that aren't on the market yet, and it's pretty wild. So buckle up. It's going to be awesome.
Cotsios Potiatic.
What kind of name is that?
Anyway, the question is how to remove the damn broken screw from the stator. The stator.
Can you get the motor off? Did you get the motor out for like get it off the frame and it's just like sitting there? You can just take pliers and twist it. If you can't get to it, like if it's still on the frame, you might have to take a belt sander or something or a file and grind off the top to the point where where the bolt doesn't have a head anymore and just pull it out. You could be screwed though. I don't know. I don't know. I've had that happen before. I think I just threw it away, or the arm and the motor altogether. Or I broke it.
I guess we have some like new people.
New people.
Anti-Social Studios wants to know, do you have any opinions on Mr. Steele's motors?
I haven't flown his motors. Mr. Steele, or Steele Davis, was supposed to give me a set of his motors, and he never did. So I don't know. But I have found a few of the bells around parks, local parks.
Oh my gosh.
It's kind of funny.
No shade.
Yeah, I'm not talking smack, but...
Okay, Call Me Six wants to know, does the teal blue color of your props mean anything specific? Asking because it's a color for ovarian cancer, which my wife had. Oh.
What about the teal props?
Like pink is for breast cancer,
right.
I guess teal is for ovarian cancer?
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
Was there any kind of specific meaning for the color?
That, like my old ones or my new ones?
The teal props.
Or
you just liked the color?
I got together with HQ. If you're talking about the HQ props, I got together with HQ a long time ago, and we were coming out with pilot-specific props, which essentially was just like a unique color. And I picked out. They gave me like a palette, and I picked out. I just always wanted. I've always loved turquoise. There was no really like symbolic meaning behind it, but that is really cool. I'm gonna use that. Yeah. I'm just joking. I'm not going to use that.
Okay.
But
Anthony Caruso said, Skitzo. Oh. All right. Anti-Social Studios again says, dude, you should play League of Legends.
I do play League of Legends.
Yeah.
long into the night. If you guys want to play League of Legends with me, what is my name on there?
Cheese Bump.
Cheese Bump. That's right. I came up with that myself. Cheese Bump, one word. I think you should find me on there.
Okay, so somebody wants to know what arcade games are in the bag. Did you already explain? Like all
I don't. There's so many games.
There's like...
Yeah, there's a lot of games on there.
How many games do you have in there?
Like 1,000 or so.
Like 1,000 or so.
The other ones has like 3,000.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, you probably already told him that.
Yeah.
Do you Did you zombify that pilot in the plane? No.
I didn't. Not yet.
You should.
I don't know how I'm gonna do that though. They don't sell like zombie pilots. It would be cool if I could make a pilot inside there, like reaching for the pilot, or a zombie. Yeah, whatever.
Jasper SK said build video. I'm guessing for the arcade.
I am doing a build video for the Rick and Morty cabinet. I'm hopefully gonna finish that next week. But I'm going to do a quad build video soon. I did one actually when my frame came out, but I didn't like the way it came out. I'm just
Catastrophic FPV said, "What's the cost to build one of those arcades?" This is the small one.
This is the small one. This one in particular was probably about 500.
Was that because the Raspberry Pi was cheaper than?
The biggest expense, I think, was the monitor, really. And you've got about $100 to $150 worth of wood. So I don't know. Yeah, it's about $500 for that one.
Iridium 77.
A Skitzo mouse pad. We need to do it.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. You know what I'm using right now? A Lumineer mouse pad. Lumineer actually has a mouse pad, and they sent me one. How cool is that?
Okay, I'm gonna skip a bunch of them because I'm slowing down now. Okay, S. Grace wants to know, what do you think about RCX motors as a good budget choice?
RCX. I don't know. I feel like if you're trying to budget motors, I mean, there's not really a bad. I don't know. They're not really bad ones. Some of the cheap motors are pretty good, you know. I don't know.
Mark.
They're not going to be like the smoothest things in the world, but they're going to fly good and have power. So whatever.
Mark Janikos says, "Help me pick a good battery. Should I go 1550 or 1300?"
1300.
1300.
If you're going to freestyle, do 1300. If you're going to race, 1500. That's my opinion.
Oh, Elevate FPV says, "Yo, Skitzo, why does my race flight board not recognize the receiver input on any UARTs? UARTS?
His race flight board?
Doesn't.
If it doesn't detect it, then they're either not bound or he has the invert or normal. You need ask him if he's using Spectrum or Tyrannus, and I'll tell him. Yeah, are you using Spectrum or Tyrannus, and we'll come back to you. Best receiver on Spectrum radio is their little satellites. That's what I use. The little telemetry one is good too. I just don't like that you have to I think you have to jumper it to bind. You have to short it out to bind it. It's weird.
Oh, 2How Life says, "Hi Skitzo, I am 13 and I need some Fat Shark style goggles as my second goggles. What should I get?" Fat Shark style goggles?
Oh, I don't know. Does that mean not Fat Shark goggles?
I guess. Maybe something cheaper?
I don't know.
He's 13.
13, I don't know. I would say the Fat Shark Attitude V3s are probably the best bang for the buck.
People are saying they can't hear me. Do you want me to yell?
My mic's kind of
there.
Here we go.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this is awkward. Town Sea Aviation says, "Do you get telemetry with Futaba system?"
Yeah. Not on the receiver we have right now, but I do on my airplanes.
Kitty cat.
But we will.
Kitty cat. Do you whoop and or 3D? How wild do you get?
Do I whoop? Is that tiny whoop? I don't tiny whoop. I do a little 3D. Someone asked a while ago, I don't know if I think you might have missed it. Someone asked me if I've done 3D quads before, and I did. And I didn't like the way, I was having desync problems on it. Whenever they would stop and go the other way, sometimes it would not fire back up and just fall out of the sky. So.
Okay, gosh, everybody always asks if he... No, he hasn't slipped steal any beef. Okay.
Who is that?
This one is Sima Baklanov.
I don't know.
But it's always a different person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Scoot in closer.
Chris Simpson says multi-GP.
Can you hear her now?
Oh my gosh. Can you guys hear me now?
I don't fly Spectrum, by the way. Someone asked, why do I run Spectrum? I'm on Fataba now. It's kind of a new, recent change.
This is a good idea. The Fly in Ryan says, so, Skitzo FPV, when are you going to come out with shoes and pants? Shoes and pants.
So should I just do like
he doesn't wear pants, so I don't know.
Yeah, I just walk around naked all the time.
Pretty much.
No, that's a good idea.
What?
Just like being naked all the time sounds like a good idea. No, the full, just like a full jumpsuit of stars.
Oh, are you serious?
Like straight up 80s style?
No, maybe like something with a cute. We'll talk about that later.
I might give away one of my jackets. Will you get the jacket from behind there?
What, that crazy looking one?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Are you going to try not to show your butt on camera?
Yes.
She doesn't want to show her butt on camera.
That's really short shorts on.
Look at this. Look at this beast. That's awesome. I should do a giveaway with that because I have a bunch of these.
Reaper X FPV says we need some DC Skitzo shoes.
Oh, that would be cool.
That would be kind of cool.
I do love DC. I love me some DC.
Guillermo Nespolo says Steele is in love with the eyeliner guy now.
Is he?
Is he though? Drib?
I don't know.
Le
Drib.
Why don't you use FR Sky? Townsea Aviation says.
Wait, what?
Why don't you use FR Sky?
I don't like the radio.
Okay.
I don't know. It's just, I don't like the gimbals that come with them. You kind of have to modify the crap out of it to be awesome.
So FPV says, Skitzo, are your new Lumineer props going to be more durable than your HQ ones?
Yes.
Yes.
I wanted to answer, someone said something that I just saw, but maybe you will get to it. Someone asked, what up, Ladrib? Drew's in here. So LD FPV asked, do you honestly feel your motors are overpriced? Do you have any input on the final price? I did not have an input on the final price. I just talked to them about how I wanted ceramic bearings. Actually, I didn't really want those necessarily right out of the box. Me and Tim were talking about it, and he was like, "You want to try them out? They're top of the line stuff," and we did, and they're super smooth. And we also set up the quality control. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but most China factories that are producing these motors, they have like a threshold. They'll build a motor, put it on a vibration test. It will spin at certain RPMs, and as long as it doesn't go over a certain vibration amount, they will allow that as to be boxed up and shipped out. Whereas mine, the tolerance is a lot less than that, like than most China factories. So what is passable on the vibration amount is like half of what is allowable on everything else, if that makes sense. So for example, let's say as long as a motor doesn't get over 2,000 vibration score, they'll let it go out. Mine has to be under 1,000 to let it go out. So we actually have to take a lot of them back off the line and redo them, or even scrap them altogether if they're not producing. They need to be producing very little vibration, so they'll be ultra smooth, and that's part of the price as well. But I have no say in the price. My favorite prop for freestyle, Tat Jr. asks. I like the HQ 5x4x3, the old school one, like my old prop. I also like my new prop, which isn't out yet, and I also like the HQ 5x4.3. Who's that?
Quiet.
She's got to take that call. But yeah, a lot of you ask, my motors are expensive, but it's not just like, hey, they're purple and ceramic bearings, let's pay, charge a lot of money for them. There is a lot of quality control that goes into them. They make sure that they are perfect before they go out. So, and that costs money, What's up, Ladrib? Please share with Ladrib your favorite eyeliner. Jasper wants to know, have I ever considered doing a podcast? I have. I just don't I don't know. I haven't done it, but I have talked to a few guys about doing it. So Iridium asks, why the beef with Betaflight? Did you even try longer than 2 packs? I don't know if he's saying that to someone else. I've never said anything. I flew Betaflight for years, so I have no beef. All right. Dude, I wish I could talk to you guys about some of the stuff that I'm working on. Like new ESC stuff that's going to blow minds, new flight controller stuff that's going to blow minds, new booster board technology. I mean, just so many things. It's going to be awesome. Should I call Stingy? Oh, snap. Chris Simpson wants to know, how do I get a free Futaba radio? I don't know. You got to message him, man. Be like, yo, I'm freaking Chris Simpson. Where's my radio? I am. Someone asked. They thought they were misinformed and thought that I was a race flight guy. I am a race flight guy. I actually work with the race flight team on a lot of different things. I'm just saying that I've never come forward and talked negatively about Betaflight at all. I've flown Betaflight for years. I have nothing negative to say about them. I just prefer race flight. I think race flight is better. Um, so Frank Cruz, thanks, man. Glue mode development. All right, let's see. We got a lot of questions coming through. David Downs asks, I've flown an Alien 5-inch for a while, but I've got into multi-GP racing. Would 5-inch stretch be better with an undercarriage LiPo? I don't know if it really be better. Really, in the racing world, you kind of are wanting to do a just crap load of power versus weight ratio, because you don't really care about like momentum stuff. Because if you have a quad that's too light in the freestyle world, it really affects drag and momentum and stuff. Like I thought I was so cool because I built this ultra light Skitzo frame build. It was like 470 grams with a GoPro. It was just stupid light. I did all aluminum hardware, went crazy with it, and then I took it out and flew it around, and I couldn't throw it over things. It just wanted, like, when I chop throttle, it would just stop instantly and fall. So you lose a lot of characteristics when you go too light. And I'm going on a random tangent, but anyway, in racing, I really don't think that stretch X versus a symmetrical X really matters that much. What I'm saying is you can race in your Alien and still wreck people. Um, Linfred asks, I run build 222 on my Skitzo board. Should I upgrade? Getting some gnarly prop wash. I guess you're assuming to race flight, and definitely you need to upgrade. That's so old. It's a really, really old firmware. Cleve Lake FPV, what's up, dude? Iridium wants to know about the quick breakdown on the new mind-blowing flight controller that you're working on. I can't really talk. I want to talk about it really, really bad with you guys because it's so cool and exciting, but I can't right now. But just trust me when I say it's awesome. It's going to blow minds. Tara as well as asking if there are any other frames that I like. I'm assuming they mean outside of my own. I did fly the QAVR and the Alien for years, and I just rebuilt the QAV 210 that I had at the F3 Expo. I should have that in there and show you guys. But the quad that I flew in the F3 Expo competition, I took it apart recently, or after the competition, and put it in my closet, and I was cleaning out my closet and was like, whoa. And I rebuilt it with like all the new stuff on it and flew it the other day. It was awesome. I don't have any thoughts on the multi-GP spec racing. I don't even know what that means. What I think, the one thing that I think that's cool about DRL, this is just my 2 cents on racing. I don't like the kind of racing where just random people show up with quads and they race. Because some people are running 5S, some people are running this, some people are running that, and it's kind of unfair. It's like putting a Ferrari up against a Honda or something. I think that DRL is kind of cool because everyone is flying the exact same rig, so it's pure skill at that point on who can win based on, the pilot. So I'm speaking out of pure ignorance because I've never done it before, but I have seen, like local racing, people just show up with whatever and fly, and it's like, what the hell? So, all right, take over the questions, baby.
Somebody said you have skeletons in your closet.
You mean literally or figuratively? I definitely do literally.
Okay. Dustin Gwynn says, Skitzo, is your 3-inch going to be a 20 by 20 or a 30.5 by 30.5?
20 by 20. I think he's talking about the displacement of the flight controller. Yeah.
Whatever happened to the F3 Expo? J-Rip. Hi, J-Rip.
J-Rip asked what happened to
F3 Expo.
F3 Expo. And it was supposed to happen, if you guys didn't know, earlier this year. But they had basically the company that was putting together F3 Expo got super busy, and they didn't have time to manage it. And but they have the funding, and it's kind of weird. So they have the money to do it, but they don't have the time to do it. So I'm actually trying to step in and take over that role, and hopefully it will still happen. Not me personally, like me and a bunch of people. There's no way I could manage the whole thing. But, that's the only thing. And it could still potentially happen this year. So, anyway.
I hope so. Kraken Runner says, whoa, how do I fix a wicked yaw twitch on the Lux V2?
Yaw twitch is probably a vibration problem.
Okay. IB Fisher says, love your tree dancing series. Any more coming?
That's really old school. The thing is I don't know. I didn't know how viable it would be to do a video just like playing around with like 1 or 2 trees. But I would love to revisit that.
Yeah, you love trees.
I do love trees.
Yeah.
F4 Expo, I like that.
I love. Oh,
when are you coming on FPV Life? I don't know what that is. Is that a podcast? I'll go on it. I don't care. Tell them to send me an email.
Right.
Oh, I actually wanted to ask you guys. I asked on my Facebook, how many guys or how many of you would be interested if I did like a ready to fly setup, like my frame, my motors, and personally tuned and everything, like ready to go. I don't think I would release it with a receiver on it, but just because there's so many different radios. But I've been considering doing like maybe 20 and just selling 20, like a limited run kind of thing, and just see how well it does.
Cauldrons 2 TM says F69X. What does that mean? Yes, that would be sick. I buy it. Reaper X FPV set is the only FPV, the coolest show, whatever that one was that you guys were talking about.
Yeah, it sounds like it's some kind of quad show. Do you want to be on the quad show, baby?
Or why?
I don't know. I think I use air mode. Someone's asking if I use air mode or idle up switch. I use air mode, I think.
That kid said call Stingy.
I would. I think he's on an airplane right now. I can't call Stingy. Ballpark price. I have no clue, but I would guess around in the 500s. That's literally a number I'm just going to throw out. I don't really know. It would be up to Lumineer to price it out. No, like a ready-to-fly quad.
Oh, somebody wants to price range on the new flight controller.
Oh. I think that's going to be... There's going to be an OSD version and a non-OSD version. They're going to be different prices. I don't know.
Okay, Elevate... Answer that question. Because this is like the 4th time they wrote that.
Elevate FPV. Yo, Skitzo, why does my RF board not recognize the receiver input? I asked him Oh. I use SUMD, so S-bus non-inverted. What is that? What is SUMD?
Ask him.
Like Futaba and Tyrannus, you would run 5-volt inverted, whereas Spectrum you would run 3.3 and normal instead of inverted. So like it depends on what you're running. Sam Purdy, I think I saw him ask this earlier. I'm sorry I missed it. He asked, "Do I have any experience with a loose camera sensor?" Um, yes, and well, he's answering it. He says, "Fix it with hot glue."
Yeah.
So that is the answer. Sometimes you can pull off the little back plate of the camera and put double-sided sticky tape, and sometimes that will work. Oh, it's Gropner's version of S-bus. Okay, I've never heard of that.
What chargers do you use?
Is it on the right voltage? I don't know. I think it should work. You know what though? Try. I know you're about to ask a question. To go back to the why is it not getting finding the port? Make sure you're using TX1. On the look at the bottom because there's TX1, 4, and like whatever. Make sure your signal is on TX1 because I think that is the only one that works with inverted S-bus. So that might be your problem.
Do you ever get hate mail? People trying to bring you down?
No.
Flow.
I get hate comments sometimes, but I don't get actual people going out of their way to send me an email.
You get like one once in a blue moon.
I don't think I've got...
No, a hate comment.
Yeah, I don't get too many... Yeah, most of you guys are really, really positive. I don't really...
Yeah.
I don't have too much of a problem with that.
There's only been like 1 or 2 that I've maybe seen.
Yeah.
That were semi-hateful.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Most of the community is really awesome.
Yeah. I want to say almost everybody.
Keep them coming.
Okay, Will.FPV says, how do you mount receivers?
This guy says, do you want some hate mail?
I have email you. What? Huh.
Yeah, just focus on that because I don't know what the delay is.
Focus on what? On your computer? Oh, because I was just like trying to read everybody's thing.
We're trying to read them all, man. I decided to use this instead of the mic on the...
That's why. Okay. Waifu Taba again. Do you soft mount?
I don't soft mount my motors. I soft mount my flight controller though.
Who says noise? Somebody...
I don't know.
That was a YouTube video.
How to mount receivers. I just double-sided sticky tape them down to the bottom plate. And then on the antennas, I use like thick zip ties with heat shrink around it, and then I zip tie those to the standoffs, like really, really basic. I still do them the same way I did like 3 years ago. He said Keen and Peel. He said Key and Peel, but he means Keen and Peel.
Okay, Garrett Detter says, what components do you prefer on Skitzo build?
What components do I prefer on a Skitzo build?
That's what it says.
Right now I'm running, like my ideal setup right now is my new frame, which isn't out yet unfortunately, well, I like my old frame too obviously, but my best, that with the all-in-one Raceflight bolt ESC, it's like an all-in-one ESC combo, and then my flight controller, and then I run a Futaba receiver, and then I run the Lumineer 450 TV line, HS 1177 camera, and then their 600 milliwatt 5.8, and my motors, of course.
Baker FPV says, how could anyone hate you? You're awesome, dude, even for a Ford fan.
I'm not really a Ford fan. I just prefer Ford over Chevy. I'm more of an import guy, personally, but even though I have owned a few Mustangs.
Just blazed.
Just blazed.
Skitzo, are you going to Riot Fest?
I don't even know what that is.
Skip that then.
Wait, is that the Rotor Riot thing?
It says Riot Fest.
I don't know. Just blazed. You got what was it? Him that got the flight controller? Yeah, that one's going out. By the way.
Oh, I wasn't here for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My truck kicks ass. I like that. It's not a 450 TV line. It's a 650 TV line. I'm sorry. You guys are really sharp. The multi-GP Riot, Rotor Riot thing. I don't know if I'm going to that or not.
Where's your furry kid at? Where's Tycho?
I don't know. He's hiding.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got you. Don't worry. It's coming. Just blazed. Ford Raptor. That was like a special edition, like crazy truck they came out with.
Somebody said your truck kicks ass. Yeah, most of these are comments.
When is Autumn going to have flight footage? Am I getting them first or you?
Well, you're getting...
You probably did hear 450 TV line. I get when I'm blurting out model numbers and KVs and all this kind of crap, I get all jumbled in my head. It's a 650 TV line camera. It's basically a 600 TV line camera.
We're getting the same.
Okay.
I was just...
Yeah, like you're kind of stopping it so it doesn't keep
Yeah.
going, right?
Michael Austin said, Skitzo, what's up, man? So my old man thought it was the coolest thing ever that someone I watch gave him a shout out. He airbrushes artwork and is doing a custom piece for you. Oh, cool.
Dude,
That's
I'm
pretty
so
cool.
jealous of that. I wish I could airbrush. I wish I could airbrush.
I wish I could draw a stick figure.
I can draw a stick figure sometimes
I draw one pretty terribly.
when I'm not Tourette'ing.
Darn. Being golfer. What's up? Quad Bro FPV says favorite batteries? Question mark.
I like
Everybody-
Lumineer's
everybody wants
13.
to-
Sorry, he's asking what kind of battery I like. I like Lumineer's new 95C battery, but honestly, a battery is a battery, in my opinion. Some of them, like, they're all pretty powerful, just some of them will last a little longer or are lighter than others, you know? That's really all it boils down to.
Frantic FPV says, what up? Ow.
Look at that. That's my control panel. That's where the joystick and buttons are going to go. Freaking awesome, huh? Oh my gosh, it's going to be epic. Do I still like cereal? Elliot wants to know. I freaking love cereal. I just don't eat it anymore.
I do too. Not that nasty stuff you brought last time.
I'm not with Spectrum. Someone asked again if I was with Spectrum. I'm not on there. I actually haven't been on them. I haven't been on that team in a while.
Flying Bros FPV, thank you.
What?
He says you guys are my favorite FPV couple.
That's cool. Are there more than one couple?
Yeah.
I thought everyone in FPV was single.
There's
I know.
couples out
I'm
there.
joking. That was a joke.
Oh. Jason Banassi says, is Kevin's frame worth trying out?
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
I actually flew it. It flew really well.
Yeah, I mean...
I'm just not the only thing I don't like about it is the only negative thing I can say about it is there's a crap load of hardware involved, and I don't like a lot of bolts and.
Yeah. Well,
But that's how the Alien was too.
yeah. I mean, everybody might feel differently about everybody's frames, so...
Chris Simpson says I'm single, and I can afford quads, so there is a compromise. When you're single, you have a lot more money for sure.
Yeah, what you trying to say?
Though you're expensive.
Oh, no,
I'm just kidding. Nah, she's pretty low maintenance actually. She's just like
I'm super low maintenance.
I just leave her here and then I go fly all day,
This is so true. It's so sad.
and then I come back and she has dinner made.
I have what?
Dinner made.
Oh, yeah, I do have dinner made. God, I'm such a good girlfriend. Stingy, it's single or gay, and he uses his uniform with his special friends. What?
Reaper X asks, have you seen the Space One frames? I haven't, but I actually saw a couple of them and they look pretty good. They really, the cool thing about Space One is they really support the female scene, which is cool. I've seen quite a few female pilots sponsored by them, which is really cool. So
Kyle Antonowicz said, I soft mounted my dating life.
Good one. I like that. You know what I am gonna say? I was testing my new frame. I will say this: I can't really say much about my new frame, but I was testing out the foam infused carbon. I'm sure you guys have heard or seen that. It's basically like where you have a carbon layer, then a foam layer, and a carbon layer, and it's like still really durable, but it's super not super soft, but it weighs a lot less. And I compared mine to like a solid carbon version, and it weighed like 25 grams less overall. But my arm broke today.
No.
I know, but I don't know if I can blame the foam for it because it was trapped in a tree for about 3 days and getting rained on, and I think the rain kind of seeped into the foam and caused it to separate because it just weakens it. You can't get the foam infused ones wet.
Loft said, hey, why was Steele called Jared at World Drone Prix in Dubai? He won't explain it to me. Don't say it.
What?
He might not want to be.
Oh, well, yeah. I guess I don't know if he wants that out or not, but that's his real name or his first.
I just said don't say that because we don't know.
It's his first name or something. I don't know. I don't know. It's something like that.
That's his nickname. Other nickname.
Yeah.
All right.
What motors do you like best? There's so many people that don't know anything about me. I love it.
I know.
I have my own motors and they're freaking awesome. You should get them. Yeah. Anyway, motors are good too. Like motors are motors.
Creature said. Creature with a Q says, "How good are you at the arcade version of Tempest?"
Tempest 2000, is that what it's called? Tempest 2000. I didn't really play that one that much. I was more of a old school. I did Galaga and Pac-Man, like all those old ones. I didn't really do too much of Tempest, and then I do a lot of the newer stuff like Tekken and Mortal Kombat and that kind of stuff.
Oh, people are talking about Steele's name. Okay.
Is Mr. Steele on medication? I have no clue.
Oh my gosh, you guys you're so fun. You're like, don't worry, Jared was on his mugshot. If his real
so
name,
apparently, let me put this out there. So Tempest 2000 was the Jaguar version, so I got corrected.
Do you like Brother Hobby?
Brother Hobby is a China company that makes a lot of different motors. They make good motors. I don't really know about any except they make a lot of different motors.
Someone said, okay. What editing software do you use?
Adobe After Effects.
Someone said try Crystal Castle. Daryl Drink Wine. What's Crystal Castle?
No clue.
Is it a game?
Crystal Castle?
Dennis Lee says, what's your day job, man?
Software. I work on software. Software engineer, man.
CC4 says, how often do you play the piano?
What's up, NS Boost? I play the piano every few days, probably. I wanted to play every day, but every other day or so, I'll get on and just kind of dabble. But I try not to spend too much time on things that don't like generate some kind of income. I think piano is like one of those things that's like amazing to do, but I'm never going to be good enough at it to make money.
He is amazing at it.
No, I'm not.
Crazy. All right, Michael Austin says, Skitzo, what do you think happens when you cross the event horizon in a black hole? All of that stuff has to go somewhere, right? It amazes me that we never solved that one.
I don't think we'll ever solve that one. That's purely a theory on what would happen in the event horizon. For those of you that don't know, event horizon is the point of no return of a black hole. So it's think of it as a circular. I don't even know if it's really circular, but anyway, once you enter that is when basically all haywire goes loose. I think some scientists theorize that when you go past the event horizon, you would actually look back in time. So like if you were to turn around, you would see yourself coming into the black hole. But in all reality, it's really a layered physics, like aggression kind of thing. So if you think of it, if you were floating past the event horizon feet first, your feet would actually experience much more gravity pull than your head. Um, and you would basically, like spaghetti, you would kind of turn into this weird atom noodle thing. Spaghettification. Thank you.
Time is infinite at the end of the horizon.
Yeah. Time doesn't exist in the black hole, which blows my mind. You know, time is really just kind of is something that's man-made. It's just something for us to keep track of things, and to think about time not existing is kind of wild. I actually wanted to be an astrophysicist, but I'm not smart enough. I was like, what? Quantum theory? Nope. Quantum tunneling, kind of understand that. No, I'm not. I'm just not smart enough. It fascinates the shit out of me when I read articles, but...
You should start doing philosophy videos.
Time, Chris Fuller says, time sucks. Not enough of it. Well said. That's why I actually don't sleep very much. I do a lot while she's sleeping.
He sure does. You have Champion motors?
I've never heard of Champion motors, but they sound superhero-like. Yeah, there's so many like cool things. Like have any of you guys watched the? He's talking about some guy. It was like I was studying the human body, and it's amazeballs.
Yeah.
But did you ever see the little like Parasite, like the show about they live inside me or things, and it's like all about parasites and shit? That is weird. That makes me like super paranoid about everything. I'm like, did you cook this pork all the way? Because it's called Monsters Inside Me or something.
Yeah, Monsters Inside Me.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, Neil deGrasse Tyson. I don't even know what his title is. He's not an astrophysicist. I think he's more of a... I don't know what he is. But he's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Aaron Olheiser wants to know, boxers or briefs, Marvel or DC?
I've been asked this before. Is that all in one question?
Yeah.
Boxers.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a really hard question to answer.
I know.
Marvel has a lot more heroes that I like, but you can't deny Batman. Yeah, I mean, I would say Marvel for sure overall, but I do love me some Batman. But part of me was against, speaking on that, superheroes like Batman, for example. I never liked the idea, or Iron Man even. I never liked the idea of someone just being a superhero because he has money and gadgets. I don't consider that a superhero. I think someone should be a superhero because he has some kind of a mutant ability that makes him like he can walk through frickin' walls. Batman can't walk through walls.
Right,
he could build a robot that would make him like pound through, like. So I never really cared for like standard humans that were pretending to be a superhero.
But I love Iron Man.
I do. No, I love the movies. I never cared for Iron Man in the comics. As a kid, I've always thought that it just wasn't impressive when someone was like running around with gadgets versus like this guy can melt things with his eyeballs. Like, how can you compete with that? That's a superhero.
Jasper SK says, "Hey Skitzo, how's the case of the a-hole that reported you and got you arrested going?"
That hopefully is going to be finalized in like 2 days. We got in trouble for trespassing, and it's still going on, but we're finally finishing that. And I don't really know who it was. All I know is they were going after Steel, and me and Alex were like in the video. So,
that sucks.
What can you do?
People suck. They have nothing better to do.
Michael Mazar asked, "How well do the bearings in your motors last versus steel bearings?" So, I'm going to explain that again. So, ceramic bearings are better than steel bearings just because there's like less friction and things like that. There's actually videos you can just Google ceramic bearings versus steel, and they'll show you like why they're better and stuff. But there's basically ceramic bearings can actually handle impacts better than steel. But the problem is when the threshold is met, meaning like you go past the threshold of what a ceramic bearing can handle, and they are totally destroyed. Whereas a steel bearing, they can go past the threshold, and they'll be kind of mangled, but they can still function. So it's kind of one of those things where ceramic bearings, they actually can take a better hit, but when they're destroyed, they're done. Like they just kind of lock up. They're gone. Where steel bearings can keep functioning. So whatever.
Skywalker 808 says, "What's your target weight for your freestyle quads, or what do you think is a good weight for freestyle?"
540, 550 grams. That's where mine are usually, between 520 and 550, depending on the mainly the motors really affect that. You know, if you really want to try like big stator motors that are they're usually heavier in general. So.
Oh. Guillermo's so like.
Guillermo.
He's so annoyed with whoever asked about your underwear. It's okay, Guillermo.
Well, he's not asking me about my underwear. He's just asking me if I prefer. That's like asking me if I prefer sandals or shoes or something. I mean, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Sandals are lame, though. If you wear sandals, you're lame.
Excuse me,
I'm just joking.
I have sandals on right now.
I'm just joking.
Don't be throwing shade this way, sir.
I don't know what my 3-inch quad weighs. It's light. It's like 200 grams.
Girls like the big stators. Do you like the Golden Cobra motors?
I just tested those out. What?
People are so nice. Okay.
I tried the Golden Cobra motors,
Oh.
and they scored really. What?
I don't know.
What are they asking?
Mike Bohr says, "Did you use Sanwa or Senmitsu buttons on your arcade cabinet? Square or octagon gate in the joystick? I used to play
These are square. These are square. What were the? I can't remember
Senmitsu or Sanwa?
These are Sanwa. Sawana? I can't.
Yeah.
I can't pronounce it, but that's what these are. In the new cabinet, they will be the actual octagon.
Senmitsu is like less clicky.
Right.
Because these are pretty.
Yeah, and I didn't know that when I got into this. And I'm more of a fighter game guy myself. Like I love Killer Instinct and Mortal Kombat and all that stuff. So the new cabinet will have the octagon style, not the square. But it's all preference. Some people say the square is better because it's easy to do the forward, down, forward.
He says, Astrolight says, I use dampeners on my Sanwas, so that's like...
Makes it less clicky or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, I want to go back to the gold motors. I flew the Cobra Gold Series motors because I actually ran out of mine, and that was all that Lumineer had at the time, and I tested them out. They had tons of power, but they scored really poorly on the Raceflight motor test. And for those of you that don't know, Raceflight GUI, you hold the quad in your hand without any props on it, and it will spin up each one and do a motor test, and it'll tell you how much vibration that the gyro is getting from each motor. And those scored really bad. Without any crashes on them, they were like they produced 8 times the amount of vibration as my purple ones. So I was having tuning issues on it because of that. But anyway.
Yes. Michael Austin, who was your favorite in Killer Instinct? Fulgor and Orchid kicked ass.
Oh, I thought he was asking between those two. I loved Spinal, believe it or not.
I don't remember that.
Was Spinal... That might be Killer Instinct too, though. I think it was Spinal that I played a lot. But that might be too. I can't remember.
Jace Kuntz wants to know, when will you build the new cabinet?
The new cabinet is built. In the Rick and Morty cabinet, it's a full-size arcade. You can see this is 7 feet tall. This is a gearhead thing that will be going on the side of the cabinet. And what was I already forgot what I was saying. Oh, it's already built. All we have to do is mount the monitor. We have to make the brace to mount the monitor, and then I'm making a nice little power control box on the top that will control the marquee, have a volume knob and all that kind of stuff to make it more fancy. Like this one's on max volume, and the only way you can turn the volume down is by holding 2 buttons down, and like there's like some kind of key combination thing I set up so you could turn the volume down and up. So I want to make it less, or like more, I don't know, better, more bestus. So
Cinder. Who's Cinder?
Cinder was epic. That's a character
Okay,
from
that's what
Killer
my
Instinct.
last one was
Yep.
like.
He could like
Robbie.
turn himself, and he was like a lava dude, and he can turn himself into a fireball. It's pretty cool.
Somebody wants to know if you can make a music playlist.
I have a large music playlist that I
Do
listen
you
to
share
while I
it?
fly. I don't think it's shared. I could share it.
Oh, did you hear that, guys? He's gonna share his music playlist. Okay.
So 3000 DT Welder says you should make a 2206 2400 with ceramic bearings, and I'd buy them. I'll do you one better. I have 2206 2450 kV motors that are out now, which is better than what you just said. My new motors are out. I don't know if you guys knew that or not, but I have new motors that are on that are out on Lumineer, and they are not sold out, and they won't be sold out like my old ones were all the time because they were having issues at the factory. And I have a new frame coming out. Well, I don't know when that's coming out, but I'm working on a new frame, a new all-in-one speed controller thing that's going to blow minds, even my own. It's blowing my own mind currently.
Yeah. That's
So
cool.
it's pretty good when you blow your own mind, right? Any plans to? Cody Dean is asking, any plans to fly new states with rotor right, like Kentucky?
Is
I would
that
love
where-
to revisit Kentucky. I
is
used
that
to
where
live.
Cody Dean is?
I used to live in Kentucky.
No,
I used to live in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Very rural. Like if you think this part is rural, this is like
Metropolis.
this is
City,
this is straight up
New York.
like
compared to Florida.
I will definitely be making it down to Florida before.
We were supposed to go to Florida.
We're still gonna go. What are you talking about? We should go this weekend.
Well, we have to go anyway for my friend's wedding.
No,
Yes.
that's like a 10-hour drive.
But no, it's not.
I should have started my. See, he said, Gas Marketing Scrogs. That's an epic name, by the way. He says I should start my own Twitch channel and do gaming. I've been wanting to do that. I've been watching a lot. I've been playing Player Unknown Battlegrounds. I don't know if you guys have heard of that.
I mean, you might as well as much as you play.
I don't really play it that often. I suck at it actually, but maybe I'll be one of those guys that's fun to watch because I suck really bad.
Last question.
Someone's asking Katana or Melina. Melina for sure.
No, the next one.
Oh,
That was
sorry.
Guillermo. You're a video game designer, right? Can you make FPV quad game?
I can't answer that.
Okay. Oh. Firefly. What's my handle? What's my nickname?
Well, they want to know what your handle is, like if they can find you on Instagram or something. Yeah, I don't think they made a Mac version, but I think they're going to.
What?
They're coming out with a console version. If you have a console, they're talking about the Battleground game.
Oh.
All right, we'll take a few more questions and then wrap up.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, sorry about last week. We'll go a little bit longer because I missed last week, and I
Yeah.
felt bad about it. I was stuck in traffic and I couldn't get home. And then by the time I got home, it was like 2 hours past, and I was just like, eh. Legend asked this a couple times. Why am I not on Rotor Riot more often? Rotor Riot doesn't really shoot that often. They have like a schedule and they shoot specific things. So if they're ever like kind of in the area where we can meet up, then I will do stuff with them. But it hasn't really. They've been on the West Coast a lot lately.
Mel Norris says, how did you and your girlfriend meet? How did we meet, babe?
We met on the internet.
I dissed him for a year.
Yeah, that is true. I found her on OkCupid, which is an online dating thing, and I thought she was super cute, and I kept blowing her up, and she'd just be like really vague and crap. Like, I'd be like, hey, what you doing? Nothing, and like wouldn't like retort in any kind of way. So I was just like, whatever, screw her. And then like a year later, like you messaged me, I think.
Yeah, and then we were supposed to meet up, and then I kind of blew you off, and you got so mad.
I did get pissed. So, yeah, like you messaged me like a year later, and you're like, let's go get dinner, lunch sometime.
No,
I'm
I
like,
didn't. I
all
said
right.
hey, and you were like, let's go grab dinner or lunch or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah, and then I made some kind of excuse not to meet up, and then you're like, whatever.
Oh yeah, you're like,
Whatever, I hate
I
you.
can't meet you up for lunch because I had to meet a friend. I'm like, what does that even mean?
You were so mad though.
I was pissed. I was like, I waited a year for this crap.
Whatever.
It's funny though, when we first talked, Legends, like, it's those quad skills she saw on YouTube. The first time we ever talked, I linked her like one of my quad videos, and
I thought I was gonna throw up.
I think she had like a hangover or something, and she told me it almost made her vomit.
Seriously, I couldn't watch
She's
for
like,
more
it's
than
really
2
cool,
seconds.
but it almost made me throw up.
I wasn't expecting that. I had never seen that before. I wanted to die.
Artemis Prime, it's a completely different frame design, but I am doing an upgrade to my old frame as well. So
Did you name your quad tricks?
no, though they do call that dive I did at F3 Expo the Skitzo dive. That was like a thing that started out for a while when you do it, because back then no one knew you could like dive vertically. This was before people were diving buildings or any of that thing. It was that long ago. I was like, if you chop throttle, can you actually like keep the quad going straight? Because you would think it might do this or something, but what's the question?
No, go refer it.
I wasn't really known on YouTube. I'm not a YouTube
You're such
celebrity.
a liar.
All right, yeah, I think we will come to Florida.
Yeah.
I think Florida's on the
Florida's
next trip.
definitely something we're gonna do soon.
I wish I brought my QAV 210, the F3 Expo quad that I flew, is in my car. I wish I would have brought it in for you guys. FPV Crash Test Dummy is asking, how do I keep motivation to do videos? I don't. I actually had a drought where I was just really wasn't flying. Actually, I stopped flying altogether for a couple months. What?
You didn't ask them what that song was, did you?
What song?
Somebody's bound to know what that song
Oh,
is.
no.
Okay.
Why don't you whistle it for him, baby?
Because I can't remember it. Somebody wants to know bottom or top mount for your new frame.
I don't want to answer that.
Okay, which
I can't
do you
answer
hate
that.
more, Banggood or Gear Best?
I don't hate either one of them. I think, I don't. The one thing I don't like is cloning. That's the one thing. If they were like, because I don't know, but I don't know much about Gear Best, but Banggood at least sells like all kinds of crap. Whereas, I don't know. I just hate cloning. That's the one thing that it'd be one thing if you cloned it and gave the original creator credit. But my frame was cloned literally 24 hours after, or 48 hours after it came out, and it's like, yeah, it'd be cool if they're just like, hey, here's our cheaper China version of Skitzo Quad. They don't say that. They call it the something something Blastar 5000 or whatever. They give it like it's like they created it. Like, what the hell is that?
Chris Simpson, he's so funny. All right.
Dang it, Chris Simpson, shut your mouth. You don't know what you're talking about.
He was it you that commented on his Facebook with that screenshot of the shadow?
It probably was.
Hilarious.
People are pointing out. People figure it out. Like, you try to be all sneaky and they figure it out. Okay, the new frame is top mounted currently.
Oh my gosh, you guys. It's like they won't let it go.
Yeah, like there's I knew, the funny thing about that is, like, right when I was editing it, I was like, oh, you can actually see the silhouette of my shadow of my frame. And there's a part where I'm diving under the tree, and you can straight up see nothing on the bottom of it when I'm going under it. I'm like, people are going to figure this out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I can't hide it. I'm really experimenting with, if I want to do top or bottom. But I do like top right now. All right, we'll do a couple more, and then we'll meet up again next week. Maybe I'll try to do 2 times a week. Huh?
They said you gave in fast.
Well, I mean, people are going to figure it out. I mean, I can't sit there. I guess I could have just been like, I don't know.
Yeah. What time? What? Okay, what was your Stop.
What with what?
What is that? Release date? Question mark. Ah, he's so immature. Did you spit on me? Honey.
All right, come on. We'll do 2 more questions, and we're gonna wrap it
I'm
up.
blind by your killer spit.
What's up, Kirkburn FPV? Kike? I'm not gonna say that. Are you serious right now?
Why? What does that mean, kite burn? Is that a bad word?
Yeah.
Why? What does it
Right?
mean? No.
All right, 2 questions. We're gonna answer 2 more, and then we're gonna wrap it up.
They said smack him, girl. Bam. All right, everybody
My
wants
pecs are impenetrable, so it doesn't matter.
Do you like Chipotle, Alex Dalton?
I do love Chipotle.
Oh my gosh, when I moved out here, that's all we ate.
But I hear it gives people bloody diarrhea, according to South Park.
As of late, I wouldn't be surprised, according to the news.
You guys want to hear a racist thing that I said on accident?
Oh my gosh, Kendo Cup.
Why don't you tell them the racist story I did with you when I was working on my plane?
Which one?
Excuse me? I'm not that racist.
Didn't you like come up to me one day and do this? Like.
No, I didn't. But anyway, I was working on my plane, or I was doing something. I don't know why, but I was not trying to be racist. And she was like, hey, I was like, hey, babe, you've got chopsticks, right? And that was just kind of like, I needed chopsticks for the job, and I don't know why, but I just assumed that she would have chopsticks, and she was like, well, that's incredibly racist, but yeah, I do, and like pulls them out of her hair. So, I mean, is that racist? Because the stereotype was, it applied. You had them in your freaking hair. So.
Oh, he said you told this story last week. They worked really well in the hair, though. So
oh, Simpson. Okay, well, not everyone in the live stream was in there on the last one.
Alright. When are you going to Brick Run again?
What the hell? That's a local dude.
James McCord.
I don't know. I don't know. I'll go out there sometime soon, I guess.
Everybody's like, that's not racist. That's just practical. That's just the facts.
That's racist.
That's so racist. I don't carry chopsticks around.
Fat kid wants to know what my IQ is. I have no clue.
Smart.
I tested it a long time ago. I can't remember what my score was. It was above average. That's all I remember.
What is Michael Austin talking about? Skitzo. You should know us Asians have 16.9 widescreen eyes, round eye, white. What? What is he saying? He said don't be jealous. That's all I need.
You know us Asians have 16:9 widescreen eyes. Round eye white devils just have 5 or 4.3 standard vision.
You are a round-eyed white devil.
I like that. So Asians have 16:9 vision. Is that?
I have great vision.
Oh my god. Chris Simpson. I don't know. It might be rain. If it's not raining tomorrow, I'll come fly.
It's supposed to rain all week here.
Yeah, it's like the forecast is pretty crap here. But if you're in town, yeah, just ping me on Facebook or something. Yeah, Robbie, this has a Raspberry Pi in it.
Please turn off that thing on the bed before you go to bed.
Why, is it going to catch it on fire?
No way to play.
No.
I suck.
You don't even know how to use it.
People keep wanting to know if you're going to come to New Mexico or Albuquerque.
What's in New Mexico?
Would you ever come to New Mexico and race around with our Southwest Pod Racing? It's the gang. It's the gang with us and Sean Taylor. We'd love to host you in Albuquerque if you ever wanted to go to the Southwest.
Space Invaders. Sorry, someone asked Defender or Space Invaders. I want to do a lot of that stuff. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Florida's going to be the very next trip, I think.
Cleve Lake FPV said
Yeah, Atlanta has Atlanta was the breeding ground of FPV pilots. Even Johnny moved here.
Johnny did move here. Kendoka said, "How'd you score such a babe?" What?
What are you doing right now?
I'm trying to be a babe. Gosh.
You are a babe. Everyone knows that. I used to live in Ohio, man. I used to live in Dayton, Ohio. Do you know where that is? I gotta pee.
Go pee.
I've used the KISS ESCs with the Revolt once to see if it would work, but someone asked if I used the KISS ESCs.
Dirk074 said, "Ride the Steel's free candy van all around the country."
Free candy van. Is that like a rape joke?
Yeah.
It is kind of a rape van, isn't it?
A raper van.
It's kind of a raper van.
Guillermo, I don't know. Those aren't my peoples. He said, "Is North Korea gonna nuke the state?"
Nice. I do always eat tacos. What's up, James?
I'm hungry again.
Alright. I'm gonna go,
Feed me! I'm hungry.
Did
Did he really just do that?
Oh, gosh.
If Skitzo disappears, don't blame me.
Alright.
Alex Dalton, where? He says, "I have access to 93 acres of farm property."
What? I want to fly my planes there.
That's what I'm saying. Where?
That's a good idea. Cleve Lake FPV says, why doesn't someone from South Korea fly a drone to North Korea?
Because it'll get shot down.
What are they going to shoot it down with? Their little 22 pistol?
Probably.
I'm talking about like a racing quad, not like a big quad. I mean, you could just like rip over the fence and frickin' just harass everyone.
So call your peoples in South Korea.
No way I'd get anywhere near the border.
Call your peeps in South Korea.
That'd be funny though. That would be the most epic quad video that you could ever make.
Oh my
Hands down,
gosh.
is if you could get away with flying over to the North Korea and then like maybe there's like soldiers and you're like flying around them and they're like trying to swat at you and shoot
That
you
would
and
be
crap.
pretty epic.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah. Don't give these kids ideas in Korea if anybody's watching.
No. What we need is like a little
They'll
like
shoot it down with a bicycle.
we need a long range fly, right? Like a robotic fly that's long range and it's got lethal injection in it. Just fly it right into his bedroom and right on the neck. No one would ever knew what happened. He would just be this
find
cold
him?
corpse laying there.
That'd be awesome though.
No one would know what happened. You just fly it in there, rip into his bedroom window, like with a little tiny, like a super tiny quad, frickin' ram him in the neck with it, and then take off. It'd be awesome.
Or just explode there. Skitzo feels motivated about the North Korea FPV.
That's it. All right, Loft is asking, you think I should upgrade from Fat Shark Dom V2 to Dom HD V2? No, I wouldn't do that. The Dom V2s are still great. I still use them, actually.
FPV superstitions. Hey, that's kind of a cool question. James Nader.
What?
He says, "I've got a question. Do you have any weird FPV superstitions? Like never fly your last pack?"
Well, that's like that's definitely, yeah, I think the really bad crashes always happen on you're like, oh, just one more battery,
Well,
and
I
you
mean,
just
do you have
freaking
any,
eat
like,
it. And I've done
superstitions?
that with airplanes too. My last flight on my yak was just like right into the pavement. I was getting ready to I was actually made the decision on should I fly my yak one more time or should I go home, and I just decided to fly and put it right into the pavement. So I don't know. I don't know if I believe in superstition. I just think that maybe you just kind of get mentally exhausted towards the end and you're just more likely to crash. I'm not superstitious at all, actually.
Have you had Sky Zones
I have
goggles?
seen the Sky Zones, and they're actually not that bad. But I still would prefer Fat Shark.
Well, as a cheaper alternative to Fat Sharks.
If they're cheaper, then yeah. I mean, I've seen some decent looking Sky Zones. So
That might work for that kid.
I don't. So someone was asking if I have any details or time frame on the Futaba S Bus with really good telemetry, and I don't have time frame on that, but I know that they're working on it because all of the pilots are like, "You need to work on this," and they're like on it. So I don't really know when it will happen though. Probably soon.
Dirk074 says, "Am I the only one who makes blood sacrifices before flying?"
Probably.
Indeed, my friend. Why are your motors always out of stock? Not the new ones.
The new ones are not out of stock. So they actually had a problem with the factory, and they were really behind schedule, running out of materials and all that kind of stuff. So they solved all of those things, so there should be no out of stock problems in the future. So I don't know where the puppy is. We might need to investigate.
Go grab Tycho.
Yeah, go get the Tycho. She'll go get Tycho, and then we'll cut this thing off.
Here's my baby. Tycho.
What's up, Hornet? I'm actually getting ready to shut everything down, so I apologize for you coming so late. Yeah, Tycho. She's gonna go find him real quick.
He was in your quad room.
He was in the quad room.
He likes it there.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, buddy. Hello, people. Hello.
Look at those bangs. Look at those bangs. Don't try to mat it down.
He's a little furlor.
There's a lot of fresh songs out there, man. Loft wants to know my favorite Rick and Morty episode. I have two. I would say one of my favorite is the Show Me What You Got episode. I had to do that. Show me what you got. I loved that episode so much, and I don't know why. And of course, Pickle Rick. I mean, that was freaking amazing.
That's a weird looking pickle.
Morty! I'm a pickle! I'm Pickle Rick! God. That was hilarious. She's actually not seen much of, dang, he looks good in that.
Pimpin'.
Big pimpin' over here, do you see that?
How come Tycho doesn't have any Skitzo clothes?
We should get him a little sweater.
I know. He's cute. What up, yo?
Show me what you got. I don't know if that's my Steam name. That's my League of Legends name is Cheese Bump. But I don't know what my Steam name is.
I don't know either. Don't look at me like that.
Let me find it if you guys want to add me on Steam.
What's the...
This. My name is Legend768. If you want to add me on Steam. That is my Steam name. Alright guys, we're going to shut it down and we will be back up next Tuesday.
Bye.
Love you guys. Have fun. I'm going to do some... I do play StarCraft. I actually used to be really good at StarCraft. I got in like the Diamond League, which I thought was really good. I know. But I already have a friend invite. Look, Havoc sent me an invite. Alright guys, I'll see you next weekend. Or wait, next week.
Good night, or good morning, wherever you guys are.
Have fun.
Bye.
Keep ripping.